ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਪਰਮ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਜ਼ੂਮ ਤੇ, ਫੇਸਬੁੱਕ ਤੇ ਅਤੇ YouTube ਤੇ IIGS ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੇ ਜੁੜੀ ਹੈ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਆਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਨਿੱਘਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਆਪ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਦੀ ਛੋੜ ਦਿਵਸ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਪੁਰਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਨੰਗਲ ਪੰਜਾਬ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਸਦਾਨੀ ਸਿਮਰਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਅਤੇ ਸਦਾਨੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੌਰ। ਆਓ ਜੀ, ਬੜੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਘਰੋਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਰਵਣ ਕਰੀਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Shri सुख पाया, हम सुख पाया, ता सब सोहेले गुरपुरै गुरपुरै पिता संग मेरे गुरपुरै गुरपुरै पिता संग दर्शन की मन आस घनेरी दर्शन की मन आस घनेरी
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇਹ ਸਨ ਨੰਗਲ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਨੀ ਸਿਮਰਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਨੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੌਰ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਬੜੇ ਹੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਨਿਭਾਈ ਹੈ, ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅੱਗੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਾਂ ਮਿਲੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਸਟੇਜ 'ਤੇ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਆ ਕੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕਰੋ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ। ਆਓ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਨੰਗਲ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਦਰਨ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ IIGS ਦਾ ਜੱਥਾ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨਗੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Oh
जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇਹ ਸਨ ਸਦਰਨ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਤੋਂ IIGS ਜੱਥਾ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਿਆ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਇਹ ਦਰਬਾਰੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਲਾਈਕ ਲਾਸਟ ਈਅਰ, ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਡਿਊ ਟੂ ਕੋਵਿਡ। ਸੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸਵੇਰੇ 6:30 ਵਜੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਭੁੱਲਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆਪ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਿਓ, ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੱਸੋ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਜਲਦੀ ਭੇਜ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਮਹੀਨੇ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਸੈਟਰਡੇ ਹੈ, ਸੁਖਮਨੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਸੁਖਮਨੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਅਸ਼ਟਪਦੀ ਨੰਬਰ 14 ਪਾਰਟ 1 ਦੀ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਲਾਸਟ 30 ਈਅਰਸ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ। ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਬੜਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਆਓ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਰਵਣ ਕਰੀਏ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ ਔਰ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੁਣੀਏ। ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸੁਖਮਨੀ ਸੁਖ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਨਾਮ, ਭਗਤ ਜਨਾ ਕੈ ਮਨ ਬਿਸਰਾਮ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Satnam, 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 Charana Chalo Marg Govinda, Nitya Pap Chapiye Harbinda, Charana Chalo Marg Govinda, Nitya Pap Chapiye Harbinda, Charana Chalo Marg Govinda, Nitya Pap Chapiye Harbinda. Ustat man mein kar nirankar, kar man mere sat bihar. Ustat man mein kar nirankar, Karaman mere sat bihar. Ustat man mein kar nirankar, Karman mere satabhya Charana chilo marg gobinda Mitte pap chapye harbinda Charana chilo marg gobinda Mitte pap chapye harbinda Charana chilo marg gobinda Mitte papa chapye harbinda Nirmal rasana amrit piyo sada sohela karle jiyo Nirmal rasana amrit piyo sada sohela karle jiyo Charana chilo marg gobinda Mitte pap japye harbinda Charana chilo marg gobinda Mitte pap chapye harbinda Neno peka takur karanga Sar sanga binse sab sanga Neno peka takur karanga Sar sanga binse sar sanga Charana chalo marg gobinda Mitte pap chapye harbinda Charana chalo marg gobinda Mitte pap chapye harbinda Charana chalo marg gobinda Mitte pap chapye harbinda Karahara karma surana har katha har tarke nanak ujjal matha Karahara karma saravana har katha har tarke nanak ujjal matha Charana chalo marg gobinda Mitte pap chapye harbinda Charana chalo marg gobinda Mite pap japiye har binda charan chilo marg gobinda mite pap japiye har binda charan chilo marg gobinda mite pap japiye har binda satnam 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 charana chalo marg gobinda marg gobinda charana chalo marg gobinda mite pap japiye har binda mite pap japiye har binda charan chalo marg gobinda charan chalo marg gobinda. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Recording in progress.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. All right, well, let's now do some vichar on Sukhmani Sahib. I want to thank IIGS for inspiring this series where we can deeply immerse ourselves in this beautiful composition of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. So, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We are meditating today on the 14th Astpadi of Sukhmani Sahib. So we begin with the shlok, Tajo Siyanapa Surajano Simro Har Har Rai Ek As Haraman Rakho Nanak Duk Parma Po Jaye. So Guru Arjan Dev here says, give up your cleverness, Tajo Siyanapa. Give away, give up that cleverness, those thoughts, all of that thinking that we do. Surajano, oh good people, Simro Hara Hararai, and remember the Lord God, your King. So remember that God is our ruler, God is in charge of all things. And all these thoughts and cleverness that we have are not going to bring us where we want to be and who we want to be. Eka as, have one hope. Haramana rakho, of God in your mind, in your heart. Nanak dukha parma bojaye. And then through that meditation in your heart, that meditation on that one hope, one desire for God, then Nanak says, pain and doubt and fear shall leave you. So we all suffer from pain, from doubt, from fear. These are things that confront us every day. And Guru Sahib here, right at the beginning of the shalok of Sukhmani of the 14th Puri is telling us to just relax and just, instead of having the many clevernesses, the many thoughts, syanaps, have ik-as, one hope, instead of those clevernesses, and just by doing so, remembering the source of our beings, the source of all creation, the one who is in charge, the Lord, our King, through that meditation, then all the pain and doubt and fear will leave us. Okay. So then the Astpadi begins. Manuk ki tek britti sab jaan, Devan ko eke Bhagavan. Manuk ki tek britte sab jaan, Devan ko eke Bhagavan. Manuk ki tek. Okay, so putting our reliance and holding to those mortals, manuks, and anchoring ourselves to them, britti sabjan, all of that we know is in vain, and we know it well. Sabjan, we know it well. Britti, it's not going to bring us value. It's really a waste of time. Devanako eke Bhagavan. Devanako, the one who's the great giver, the one great giver, eke Bhagavan, is the one Lord. So there's no need for us at any point of time to put our reliance in other human beings. The full support that we need is always from God, from the source of our beings. Jisake diye rahe agaye. His gifts, by His gifts we're satisfied. Everything that comes naturally through God gives us satisfaction. It gives us hope. It gives us confidence and strength. So these are gifts. Jiske die rehe agaye. These gifts, through these gifts, we're satisfied. Bahor natrisana lage aye. And we suffer from thirst no longer. Now we thirst for all kinds of things. We thirst for success, for material possessions, for beneficial relationships. We thirst for 1,001 things. And yet all of this is obtained by the gifts that we receive through the Creator. Jis ke diye rehe agaye. That's how we gain the satisfaction of that thirst. Bahorana tisna lage aye. And through that, we don't suffer that thirst any longer. Mare marde rake eko ap. The one Lord Himself destroys and also preserves. Manuka ke kitche nahi hat. Nothing at all is in the hands of the mortal beings. So, marde rake eko ap. Marde, bringing death to, and also rake, preserving, eko ap. All of that incredible power of what destroys and what preserves is in God Himself. That's what we are subject to. Manuk ke kich nahi hat. Nothing at all is in our hands as mortal beings. It's all God. God's power is so beyond whatever we can exert in the way of destruction or preservation. Even if we want to destroy our greatest enemies, we have no power to do so. Even if we want to preserve our greatest gifts and blessings, nothing at all is in our hands, and it doesn't compare to the Eko Up, the one who is that doer of all, the one himself. So that's what we're remembering. Tisaka hukamu buja sukahoe. Tisaka nam araka kanta paroe. Tisaka hukama. Through that hukam, buja sukahoe, we understand that way of peace. It becomes us. We understand that order, that hukam, that divine natural order. And buj, understand sukahoe, and all the peace comes to us through that understanding. Tisaka nam. So take that name, Raka Kanta Paroi, and wear it as your necklace. Well, that's a beautiful metaphor. Let's read that again. Tisaka hukama buja sukahoe. Understanding that the Lord's order, the hukam, there is the way to peace. And so take the name and wear it as your necklace. Tisaka Naam Raka Kanta Paroi. So first of all, what is Naam? Naam is identity. Naam is the name. Naam is the identity of the one pervading Lord. Naam is that identity of the Lord within our own beings. It's our own Naam, our own true identity, Satanam. Naam. Tisaka Naam. Take that name, hold on to that identity, and put a necklace of that identity. Wear it as a necklace around your neck, close to you, touching you, glorifying you with its beauty and its radiance. And it's at your neck, so it's very, very close to all that you say and all that you do, all that you project and feel. So this is a very beautiful allegory here in terms of the Guru Nanak's expression of wearing the name as a necklace. God is a manifestation of our Simran, our remembrance. And we need great creativity, great power of imagination to bring that reality of God's presence and the real experience of it into our lives. And so Guru here gives us an example of that imaginary realm that allows us to entrance ourselves, to bring ourselves into a state of being that supersedes all other states. And so he's giving us a tool here to do that. So remember that your true identity is the name, and take it and wear it like your most beautiful, exquisite, gorgeous necklace at your neck. And imagine just holding your hand there all day and remembering the dearness, the closeness of the Naam. So it's quite beautiful. Simra, and here we go. This is the Simra. This is the remembrance. And remember, Prabhasoi. Remember that Lord. Through that imaginary but very real, more real than anything in the world, necklace around your neck. And remember that through that meditation, Nanak bigana lage koi. Oh God, oh Nanak, no obstacle can stand in your way. What an amazing shield. What an amazing force field. What an amazing strength and clarity for everything and anything that comes to you is that awesome, beautiful necklace of the Naam. So, Guru here is describing the state of a superhero. This is a state that's beyond the ordinary concept of a human being. This is an exalted state of ecstasy and existence. And then we come to the Shabad that we sang. Ustat man me kara nirankar, kara man mere sat biohar. Ustat man me. In your mind, ustat, praise that formless being. Do the praises of the formless being. Karamana mere sat biohar. O my mind, make this your true occupation. So, Guru here is giving us another thing to think about, to imagine, and to bring as a simile, as a meditation in our day. So your real occupation, whether you're a lawyer, you're a gardener, you're a school teacher, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're working in a store, no matter what your occupation, your true occupation is keeping your mind focused on praising the formless, Nirankar. So we're remembering that which is formless and we're bringing it to our mind as our real job. This is our task at hand every day. Niramala rasana amrita piyo. Let your tongue become pure, drinking in the pure amrit, nectar, the ambrosial nectar. Sada sohela karale jio. Your soul shall be forever peaceful. So now Guru's giving us another analogy. Let your tongue become pure. Well, what does that mean? Well, what does your tongue do? What do our tongues do? Our tongues speak. So, can we speak and put God into everything that we speak through our tongues? In some way, can we remember God through our speaking, through our tongues? May we speak words of kindness, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, encouragement, enlightenment, empowerment, confidence, all these things, how we speak and what we say, everything is the Naam. So when we speak, we're expressing the Naam. We're speaking the Naam. And through that, there's an ambrosia. There's a delicious, tasteful experience of God in that, which is very visceral, drinking in the ambrosial nectar. Sada sohela kara le jio. Your soul shall be ever peaceful. Wow. What more can we want than for our entities, our beings, our whole selves to be at forever at peace. Neno pek takurukarang. Now Guru's first talking about our tongues, and now he's talking about our eyes. Look at how much imagination, how much creativity Guru is going into in order to bring God into his being and into his presence, and through his being and through his presence. So now Guru says, Neno pek takura karanga. So with your eyes, see the wondrous play of the Lord and Master, Sadhasang, Binase, Sabasang, in the company of the holy, all other associations vanish. So first, with your eyes, see this wondrous play of your Lord and Master. Well, how does that work? So, we are sensual beings. We are made of senses. And our senses, our eyes, our ears, our tongues, our sense of touch, smell, all of these things are sending signals through our nervous system into our brain, and our brain is translating what those signals mean. Our brain also has the ability to determine the ultimate meaning of those signals. So what Guru Sahib here is saying is, with your eyes, and it's almost like a question, can you see the wondrous play of everything? Can you see everything as a play that is wondrous, that's being put on by God? Wow, everything that we're seeing, no matter what it is, how often throughout our day can our minds signal to our brains through our eyes that this is all a wondrous play of God? And then Guru Sahib says, Sadhasang binase sabasang, in the company of the Sad Sangat, all other associations vanish. So we get this ability to see in these ways, to imagine in these capacities, and to have these experiences by the grace of being in the Sad Sangat. And that's what brings us these incredible realizations, by being in the company of those who are also meditating. Simara, where is it? Simara, 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 Prabhasoe. Those are the ones in the Sad Sangat. That's what they're doing. And then we come to Charan Chilo Marg Gobind. With your feet. Now the Guru's talking about another one of our senses. Yes, he's talking about those feet, but when we walk on the earth, we're also experiencing all that it means to interchange and interact with with everything that's in our environment. We're walking through time and space. And in that, how do we walk the way of the Lord? Well, we do that by keeping this meditation and by keeping the company of the holy. Mitte pap japiye harbind. Our inner filth, mitte pap, that filthiness, that unclarity, those things that we do that are against our own selves, pap, we call it sin, but it's not a very good term because it implies so much guilt. But just naturally we have these misunderstandings, misconceptions. We have these things that cloud the clarity of our souls. That's the pop. And so mitte pop, clean it, wash it, japiye harbind, by japiye satanam satanam jap harbind, that seed, that every moment of chanting God. It doesn't mean necessarily that we're just saying Satanam 24 hours a day. Some may be able to do that, and so that's wonderful. But what Guru is saying, I believe here, is that remembrance, that constant remembrance of chanting God's name for every moment, that is a process that requires all of your senses participation. Karahara karma sarvanahara kata. So do the Lord's work. This is the work of God. And listen to the Lord's speaking, the Lord's katha, the Lord's direction, the Lord's explanation, the Lord har katha, whatever it is that God's telling you, and whatever you're seeing, whatever you're smelling and tasting, and however you're experiencing this walking on this path, which is God's path of you and your soul. Har darage nanak ujjal mata. Har darage, in the God's court. O Nanak, ujjala mata, your face shall be radiant. Ujjala, bright shining. Mata, your face. There will be literally light that will be seen and luminescent on your face as a result of this. You cannot hide it, you cannot cover it up, and it cannot be replicated through any other method. So now we go on. Badbhagi te jana jagamaye. Badbhagi, oh, what great good fortune. Te jana, those persons, jagamaye, who are in this world, those beings in this world. Which beings? Those sada harake gunagaye, who ever and ever are singing harake, God's virtuous praises, the virtuous praises of God. So this is another beautiful analogy. These beings who are bright shining, who are meditating through interpreting all that they're perceiving through their eyes, ears, mouth, all of their senses, those beings are very, very fortunate. They're so blessed with this experience, and they're truly humbled by it. And, they're just forever and ever in that experience of singing God's praises, of just saying, experiencing and uttering with their entire beings, Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. And that utterance comes from the ecstasy of how they're experiencing God at every moment. Sada harake gunagaye, Ramanam jo kare bichar. Those who dwell upon the Lord's name, Ramanam, the name of God, Ramanam jo kare bichar, who do that deep reflection on the name of God, the identity of God, Sodanavanta Gani Sansar. They are the most wealthy and prosperous in this world. Wow. Think of that. Guru Sahib is saying, those who dwell on the Lord's name, they're the most wealthy and prosperous in the world. How can we measure that wealth? How do we value that prosperity? Well, those individuals themselves have the value of that worth alone. They know it. And there's no comparison to its pricelessness. Man, tan, mind and body, mukh, bole. They speak hara mukhi, those who speak the Supreme Lord in thought, word, and deed. Man, tan, mukh, bole, hara mukhi. Those who speak of the Supreme Lord in thought, word, and deed. Okay? So, this is, again, another reference to putting yourself in a state of mind where you are completely immersed in all your thoughts, words, and deeds in this concept of God. Sada janote sukhi. Know that they are peaceful and happy forever and ever. And who is that they? That is you. Sada janod, those ones, they experience that peace. Eko, ek pachane, one who recognizes the one and the only Lord is one. And this is a beautiful phrase here. Eko ek pachane. Going back to Guru Nanak and the whole concept of ek onkar, we're remembering one. The one who recognizes the one and the only Lord is one. That's all together. It ot ki o soji jane, understands this world and the next. So the one and the one who recognizes the one are the same. And through that understanding, and through that experience, they transcend this world. They know this beyond this world. They know this reality exists beyond this world. Naam sang jiska manamania. One whose mind accepts the company of the name. Naam sang. Right? With the name, having the sang, then the company of the name. Jiska manmania. Manmania. So, just like in Japji Sab, Manne ki gat kihi na jai, right? Manmania. Here, they're the masters of their own mind, because their mind is accepting the company of the Naam. The mind is in obedience to the name and one's own true identity. Nanak tene niranjana janiya. Nanak, these ones, niranjana janiya, they know that immaculateness of God, that pure essence and pure beauty and grace of the one and of the name. Guru Prasad apana apasujje, by the Guru's grace, apana apasujje, one understands himself. Just like we were saying up above here, eko ek pachane, one who recognizes the one and the only one Lord as one. That's within them, their own selves, understands beyond this world and in this world and the next, one whose mind accepts the company of the name of the Lord, which is so immaculate, Guru Prasad, by the Guru's grace. And this is just the blessing of the Guru, apana apasujje, one himself understands his own self. Tisiki jano tisana buje. And here we go back to that thirst. Know then that his thirst is quenched. So Guru Sahib goes back to what he was saying earlier. We have all of these thirsts, sihanups, all of these desires and clevernesses that we think are going to get us. We have all these thirsts for so many things in the world, but that thirst is only quenched by the Guru's grace, and when one understands one's own self. Sad Sang Hara Hara Jasa Kehta. In the Sad Sangat, one speaks of Har Har, God the Lord, Har Har, Har Har, Har Har. Sarba Rog Te O Hara Jana Rehta. Such a devotee of the Lord is free of all disease. Now look, Guru Sahib is saying this, it's so amazing that one who is in the Sad Sangat of speaking, of chanting, and of realizing and recognizing in all things God, all of that disease that is contained with them, physical disease, emotional disease, mental disease, all the diseases of the five, lab, lob, prob, mo, ankar, all this is disease, all of that disease one is freed of. Anadin kirtana, kevala, bakayan. Night and day sing the kirtan, the praises of the one Lord. Anadin kirtana. Oh, what a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. Night and day is being sung all around us. And what a beautiful song is being sung by that incredible being who recognizes within their own self the praises of God. Grahesta me soi nirban. Grahesta, in the midst of their own household, right at home, right within their own beings. Soi nirban. Sui nirban. They're balanced, nirban, and unattached. They don't have any attachments. Wow, that's amazing. Who isn't attached? Who isn't attached to Maya, to family, to wealth, to their cars? There are so many things we're attached to. And so many of these outside things bring us out of balance. And they cause the pain. They cause the rogue. And yet, in our own home is the place, in our own selves, our own beings, Grishta Ashram, this is the path of Guru Nanak in the midst of your own household. There's no God outside of us. There's no God outside of our homes. Ek upar jis jin ki asa. Ek upar, one who places ik upara, one places that hope, asa, jis janaki, and that one of all places, one who places his hopes in the one, Janaki asa, all the hopes, all the thoughts, all the clevernesses, we put it all into one place. Tisaki katye jamki fasa. Oh, this is another beautiful analogy. Guru Sahib is saying the noose of death is cut away from his neck. Now imagine, instead of the noose of death, we've worn this beautiful necklace, but otherwise there's constantly this noose hanging over us, and it's just waiting, wondering when we're going to be taken and lose this precious time that we have to recognize Pachane, to recognize and to understand Bichar, the one and the greatness of the one within us. Parabrahma ki jis man bhuk, one whose mind hungers for the Supreme Lord. Here we go again. Listen to this beautiful, exquisite language. Now Guru Sahib is saying, Parabrahm ki jis man bhuk, the one whose mind is hungry for Parabrahm, that understanding, that consciousness of the Overlord. Parabrahm, the one who is above all beings. Nanak tise ne lage duk. O Nanak, the person, that being shall never suffer pain. No death, no noose of death. Even death itself does not bring pain, does not bring suffering, because we've worn throughout our existence and throughout our days and throughout our experiences, we've immersed ourselves imaginatively and beautifully in the presence of God by the grace of the Guru Prasad, through this remembrance. Charan chalo marga Govinda. Let's walk on this path. Let's walk on this path of the Lord. Charana chalo marga Govinda. With our feet, with our very feet. Imagine wherever we're being taken, wherever we're going, let's do away with all of that which clouds ourselves and our inner uncleanliness, and just for every moment chant the Naam. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So thank you, everybody. We've enjoyed being in the Guru's presence by remembering and thinking about and meditating on Guru's words. May we have a beautiful beautiful evening, a beautiful day, and a beautiful life. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
ਸੁਖਮਨੀ ਸੁਖ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਨਾਮ ਭਗਤ ਜਨਾ ਕੈ ਮਨ ਬਿਸਰਾਮ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Thank you so much, Bhai Sahib Kirtan Singh Ji Khalsa, for the excellent translation of Astpadi number 14, part 1. Beautiful Kirtan. Next time, we are just looking forward to it for the Astpadi number 14, part 2 on November 20th. Thank you so much, sir. ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਨੰਗਲ ਤੋਂ ਸਦਨੀ ਸਿਮਰਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਅਤੇ ਸਦਨੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕੌਰ ਦੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਆਪ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ IIGS ਜਾ ਕੇ IIGS.com 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ IIGS ਨੂੰ ਡੋਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਈਅਰ ਐਂਡ 'ਤੇ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਵੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ, ਟੈਕਸ ਈਅਰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਟੈਕਸ ਐਂਡ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਈਅਰ ਐਂਡ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਡੋਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ IIGS.com 'ਤੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦਿਓ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਅਗਲਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 13 ਤਰੀਕ ਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਸੈਟਰਡੇ ਹੈ। ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਅਨਾਊਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਡਿਊ ਟੂ ਡੇ ਲਾਈਕ ਸੇਵਿੰਗ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਸਵੇਰੇ 8 ਵਜੇ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਹੋਣ ਦਾ, 7 ਵਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ 8 ਵਜੇ। ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਸੇਮ ਰਹੇਗਾ 6:30 PST। ਸੋ ਧਿਆਨ ਰਹੇ, ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਇਓ, ਦੇਖਿਓ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ। ਮਾਸਕ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।